Zane Redfern, home decorating enthusiast and creator of At Home with Zane. So today's video is going to be a little bit different, actually much different than anything I've ever done. It dawned on me recently that I have never shared men's fashion or discussed men's clothing or designer looks on a budget. And now that we are going into the spring and summer months where the weather is becoming warmer, I am starting to break out some of my summer clothing. And I always have people when I'm out and about, especially at like my local Starbucks or places that I frequent, sometimes even just at the grocery store, I will have someone stop me and ask me about a particular article of clothing that I'm wearing. And so I wanted to share with you today some very inexpensive clothing items that are out right now this year for summer that I've chosen to purchase because I think that they have a high-end look, but I actually paid very little money for them. And so I'm going to start first off with the shirts. Now, I love to wear a nice light button-down short sleeve shirt for a number of reasons in the summertime or in the late spring or anytime whenever it's a little bit warmer out, even in the fall. And it's because I think that they look nice and versatile, whether they are untucked, whether they're tucked in, whether you wear them casually or whether you wear them professionally. This is an article of clothing that works for every single one of those different styles. And this year, these shirts are all new. I just purchased these, and believe it or not, I'm going to share these with all of you. Believe it or not, I paid $9.88 for each one of these shirts at Walmart. And I'm going to tell you what some of the benefits of these shirts are. This is not a sponsored video. These are my shirts. I paid for them, but I really feel like this is a huge benefit if you're looking for comfortable clothing for the summertime. You guys, you women that are looking for shirts for perhaps your husbands or your sons or a gift for someone, these shirts I am highly impressed with. I'm extremely picky when it comes to my clothing. I'm not someone who can ever order anything online. I have to physically try it on. And I'm really, really particular about how it fits and how it feels. And also, which you oftentimes don't know, but there's a few little tips that I'm going to share with you that'll give you a head start on at least being ahead of this. I like clothes that launder well. I don't like what I refer to as disposable clothing. And I have some very expensive clothing that has been disposable. I've laundered it. I've followed the directions perfectly. I've even had some of them dry cleaned, and they just don't come out nice. So each one of these shirts I have actually already worn at least once, and they've been laundered at least once, maybe even more than that. And you will see that they still have a beautiful appearance. So the first one I'm going to start with is this really lovely red, white, navy blue, and a little bit of light blue colored short sleeve here. And it is made by George, and all of these are made by George. I'm going to keep them folded and show you each one, and then I'll unfold them. One of the most important things that you should look for, and I know that this has happened to each and every one of us, and it is extremely frustrating. You will go and purchase 3 of the same shirts. And you will get home, if you've only tried one of them on, then you feel like, okay, they're all gonna work. Not a true story all the time. The reason why is you need to look at where it was made. So in this particular instance, these George shirts were all made in Bangladesh. However, the exact same shirt hanging on the rack also had some that were made in Pakistan. So I tried on one from Bangladesh and one from Pakistan, and lo and behold, they fit differently. Always, always, always check your labels as to where your clothes were made before you purchase multiples of the same item. It's going to save you so much headache and so much heartache in the end of having to return it. If they are made in different countries and they are the same shirt, they're not going to fit the same way. I promise you. So make sure that your clothing is all made in the same country whenever you purchase it. I do love to purchase made in the USA. I'm USA headstrong, but as we all know, a lot of clothes, the majority are made in other countries. So it's extremely important to make sure that you are getting the articles, all the same article of clothing from the same country that it was made in. So that is tip number one in being able to make sure that they're going to all fit if you don't try them all on. But to avoid having to try them all on, pick them up, look at the tag, make sure they're all made at the same place. I have a friend that just recently had this happen and was baffled. She's like, I bought all 3 of the same capris and 2 of them fit and the other one doesn't and I don't know why. And I said, look at your label and see where it was made. And sure enough, that one pair that didn't fit was made in another country. So always be sure and check that out. So we have the really crisp, attractive red, white, blue, pale blue, very stylish, very casual, very also professional. Love this one. It's one of my all-time now favorites. The other one is also made in Bangladesh. It is the blue, darker blue, pale blue, and the white. That's also a really versatile, nice color. And then here we have the red, the gray, and the white. And again, it's the George brand, all 3 of these are, and also made in Bangladesh. So they're all going to fit me well, and I know this because I've actually worn them all already. Now, since I've worn all of these and I've laundered them, you see how they all look really, really nice. That's something that I look for when I'm looking for clothing of any kind that I'm going to launder at home, which in the winter, the majority of my clothes are all dry clean. So I don't necessarily have to worry about that. But one of the things that I always do is I launder my clothing in Woolite. I absolutely love it. And I know there will be a million of you out there who have your own thing that you use. And that's fantastic. If you found something that works, great. But I always add a little bit of Woolite and a little bit of Tide together to launder my clothes. And they always stay looking very nice and very, very crisp. And so the other thing is when you know that it has been made by the same country and you're wearing it and you're laundering it, you don't have to worry about it shrinking once you've washed it one time and you've laundered it appropriately. I always dry all of my clothes also on a very, very, very low heat setting. So here is what the shirts look like when they're untucked. And they are just a really nice, I won't untuck all of them, but they're a really nice, as you can see here, fit. They are a slim fit, which I'm also going to point out to you, something very important. When you buy a shirt, a dress shirt that's long sleeve or even a short sleeve shirt, you want to look at the sides. You want to see if they are tapered or darted or if they have any sort of ribbing down the edge. That is going to, if the label doesn't identify it, that's going to tell you that it's either a modern fit or a slim fit shirt. Now, the reason that's important is because, as you can see on the sides here, this is tapered in. See right there on the side where it's got the sort of taper here? What that's going to do is prevent you from having a shirt that looks like a big giant square box blouse. It's going to be pulled in on the side. That is what modern or slim fit means. And for men's clothing, that is extremely important. When you are buying a long sleeve or short sleeve button down, very, very important to make sure that you get one that is a modern fit or a slim fit. And if it doesn't identify it on the tag, make sure that you just simply look to see if it is pulled in on the edges. And by pulled in, I mean it should have a nice tight area here where it's going to be pulled together. And then you're going to know that that's going to be a slim or modern fit type of a shirt. And you're going to have the less crisis of having it look like a big blousey square box, because there's nothing worse than putting a shirt on and looking like you're 5 times bigger than what you really are because the shirt is not tapered in on the sides. So that's a really good tip to share also. So moving on from the shirts, these are $9.88 at Walmart. What a deal, because these look like, and I mean, I have a lot of expensive clothes, don't get me wrong, but I love to find inexpensive clothes that have a higher end look. All of these look like something that you would buy from Daniel Cremo or Polo or, one of your higher end designers that cater towards more of a casual dress look versus your American Eagle and things like that are really more on the casual side. But when you start looking at department stores where you're looking at the more dressed up look, these shirts can be extremely expensive. So $9.88. They have a variety of colors to choose from. Walmart, check them out. They are the George brand. Again, I want to reiterate, make sure that you buy this one that has come from the same country. Now, my new favorite shoes. Oh my goodness. These are fantastic. They are the most comfortable pair of shoes that I own. And again, I'm really, really picky about my dress shoes or my summer casual shoes. And I have some that I have paid a lot of money for that feel nothing like these $15. Yep, $15. They are the George brand also from Walmart. $15. Now let me tell you why I love this beautiful, to me, this is a beautiful loafer. The reason I like this is because number one, I like the color. Number two, I love the design. It has this really nice stitching around the top. It gives sort of a stitched look. They're also memory foam on the inside. And when I say memory foam, I'm not talking about the cheap, funky, uncomfortable, awkward memory foam. I'm talking they have a nice, probably, I'm certain, imitation leather. I'll try to get it a little closer. Memory foam on the inside. Now, I also love the heel. With all my dress shoes, they all have a heel. That's an extremely comfortable look for me, and I absolutely love the look and feel of this shoe. It's very sleek, it's very modern, and I had these on, and a lady said, oh my goodness, I love those shoes. I need to get a new pair for my husband, but where did you get them? And I said, I got these at Walmart, believe it or not, for $15, guys. $15. Never in a million years would you wear these out anywhere and think that I paid $15 for them. They don't feel like a $15 shoe either. And I love the fact that it has the heel. That's a big, big deal for me when I'm looking for men's dress shoes, is do they have a heel on them? Because I like the feel of that more than I do just a flat shoe. So all of these items are from Walmart, and $15 for the shoes, $9.88 a piece for the shirts. These I can wear with shorts in the summertime. They're a nice loafer, and I do that every year. I have, you know, a few different ones that I've had in the past. Some of them I still have. This will absolutely be a shoe that I will wear with a pair of my longer shorts. I call them my man prees because they come a little bit below the knee. They're really very, very nice and very attractive shorts. And I wear my loafers with those. These go beautifully as a casual look with jeans, and they're also a really attractive look for men when you're dressing them with a pair of dress pants or khakis. So I hope you all have found this useful. Like I said, I've never done a video on men's clothing before, but I get a lot of compliments on my clothes whenever I'm out and about. Some of you have even complimented many times on things that I've worn, and yet I've never shared any of that. So I thought something that would be a little bit different is to share, number one, some attractive pieces, but number two, to share some ideas with you on what to look for when you're purchasing clothes for men, especially you ladies. If you're purchasing clothing for men, if you're purchasing clothing for yourself, looking at those tags, making sure they all come from the same place, and then also just sharing with you that you can get some really nice, very attractive clothes for summertime without breaking the bank. So I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you're notified of any new videos. Check out my video description for links to all my social media sites, my Instagram, my Pinterest, my website, my Facebook. It's all in there. It's a one-stop shop. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll look for you the next time.